What's up, everybody? I was just watching a TikTok video, and they're talking about the police robots that they're gonna have in New York City, and people are worried about that. But like I always tell you, when you come up with futuristic things like that, that's not necessarily my problem. I'm 56 years old. That shit ain't. I ain't gotta worry about that shit. That shit ain't. That's for the people that's coming after me problem. That's for my children. That's their problem. But like I was saying, if you think, because I was saying, if you think back like if you was born in the 1800s and the shit that we got going on now, even telephones, rotary telephones, that would have been a big deal to the people in the 1800s if they could see the future. But that's old school us. That rotary phone is old school. Now we got phones with TVs on them. And I remember back in the days, when we first went to Germany, and Walkmans had just came out. And it was expensive. We couldn't afford it. I think they weren't really expensive. I think I forgot. They have Walkmans with radios, and they have Walkmans with tape players. And then they have Walkmans with tape players, but they didn't rewind. They could only fast forward. They didn't rewind. Then they came up with the Walkmans that could rewind. And now nobody even have Walkmans no more. I remember I had a disc drive. I used to have a disc drive with a big mic. And my daughter used to call it a micro speaker. Because she didn't know it was big like a speaker, but it was a microphone. So she called it a micro speaker. But they don't even make those no more. I think it was an MP3 player, something like that. But I'm just saying, man, technology is constantly moving. And I think electricity set the pace for it. Once they found out ways to use the electricity, it was full steam ahead from then on. And, we were talking about racism in America and stuff like that. Racism in America can't work, man, with technology. You got technology now, and you have to cut that racist shit out. And people don't realize that. And that's what people are getting upset about. They losing their grip on racism, and they can't get over with it no more. And the reason I'm saying you got to cut all that shit out now is because you got film. You could film it. The rest of the world, not only do we see it in America, but the rest of the world see it. And you got to find ways of hiding that. If you want racism to exist, you got to find ways of hiding it. But what you hide in the dark will come to the light. I don't know if I'm going all over the place with this conversation, but technology, like I keep telling you, technology is what ended slavery, the Industrial Revolution. Once you come out with machines and electricity, machines don't get pregnant. Machines don't need sick days. Machines don't need days off. Machines can work better than humans. That's one of the reasons slavery ended. Because if you got a country and a bunch of slaves, them slaves can't keep up with technology. They can't keep up with machines. And they're going to get left behind. And that's one of the reasons slavery ended in America. And I know I'm all over the place, like I said before. But it's technology. Technology and the Industrial Revolution and the way things, you got to keep up with technology. Things are constantly being invented now. And you got the robots and police. Like I was saying, like Stevie Wonder song said, problems have solutions. You got those robots in New York City. But there's going to be somebody that discovered chips that make those robots malfunction. That's all. Problems have solutions. It might be a magnet or a cord or some shit, some form of a conductor that will make those robots malfunction. Or you may be able to hack them. You may be able to hack them robots. Hack the robots and make the robots go crazy and start start deleting people in New York City. You never know. I'm not worried about it. I don't worry about that shit. Like I be telling people, you watch the news, you be addicted to that shit. You start watching the news, that shit is addictive. Shit is like I said, the news is not news, it's entertainment. That's what the news is. And you watching the news, and the news got you worried about the future, I wouldn't worry about it. Or you can join. What they say, you can join them. You can take it or leave it. Real simple, man. It's real simple. Life is simple. Humans create the obstacles. Life is simple. Humans create the obstacles.